All right, all. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a good time last night, if you did anything at all. If not, well, I hope you're going to have a good time here. Before we move on to actually building the site that we want to build, I just wanted to show you one more thing, and mind my voice. I didn't really sleep well last night, and my allergies were kicking into yesterday, last couple of days. We we want to do something with these fonts, right? So CSS has certain fonts that are already pre-programmed, if you will, or pre-texted, if you will. But if you wanted to expand, which we kind of do, what you can do is you can go to Google Fonts. And with Google Fonts, they have a whole bunch of different fonts that you can take a gander at, whatever. Some of them you've seen in other websites and their logos and what have you. Some are pretty popular, like Oswald, Roboto, Condensed, Poppins is another popular one. Let's go with, let's go with, yeah, we'll go with some Poppins. We'll just do Poppins for now. Now, if you click on Poppins, it's going to show you all the different types that you have. It's real simple. I mean, you're going to want to download the entire family. But the way you want to do it is, let's remove this. The way you want to do it is you want to download, well, I don't want to download it, but you want to, let's see, you want to just select all these. Select then, italic, just keep adding them because you may need all of them. Okay. And there are a couple ways you can do it. You can put all of this on your headers, or in your headers, or in your heads. All right, like that. That's one way. That's totally fine. The way that I usually do it is I go, let's get rid of this. I usually go with the import. Because with the import, you can just put it here in your style sheet. You do add import and then the URL, and you'll have all of these Poppins type fonts. So that's all well and good in the practice. We don't really care about it in the practice per se. We want to put this in our site. And we didn't make any CSS, so let's close this. Let's get rid of that for now. And let's start with the landing page. Now with the landing page, it's just links and whatever, and then there's an empty page. What we can do, since we've already looked at it, is, well, first off, let's take a look. We got to put our link, rel equals style sheet. And again, you can do this inline, you can do this on the page. I prefer not to. CSS, we'll go CSS, we'll say main.css, and we'll add another one, link rel equals style sheet, href equals CSS pages.css. That should be good for now. And let's just add those to these other pages. Okay. So now what we can do is we can use that font. So let's get a wallpaper. Now, let's see, what wallpaper do I want to get? last game that I did a Let's Play of on my gaming channel. Let me see. Is there one for... Yeah, that one. Now, you want to make sure that it fills your screen. Otherwise, it's going to look all weird. But we're going to get this... Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. I want to download this. Yeah, damn it, I gotta get, okay, screw it. We won't do that. We'll just do a background color. And now let's open up, let's get ourselves a, damn it. Let's get ourselves our main.css. I keep forgetting my right mouse button doesn't work here. Pages.css. You put them in there. Now with main.css, as I've said to you before, with comments, we can comment. This is the style sheet for all of the main styling features of the site. Yeah, so people know if they're working on it with you. Now, like I said before, you do star. That means you're getting all of it. You're getting the entire page, and we're going to go margin 0, padding 0. And what I like to do is I like to do font family Arial, Helvetica. Okay. Now let's import. Let's import this. Okay. Let's import this. Here you go, Nelson. Okay, now that that's imported, if we were to refresh, you'll notice I don't think I put the, hold on. Yeah, I didn't put it in there. Okay. Okay. Now, I think I have to put the whole thing in. There you go. So then, as you can see, now we have this up here. Now, I told you that we like to reference things with classes in CSS. I'm not going to really do anything with this header. Let me put a class in there anyway. Let's go main header. All right. And in this one, this a ref will go class equals logo. And what we'll do is we'll put in the main, and we'll say font family. We want this Poppins one, so in quotes we go Poppins, and then we put in Arial, Helvetica, sans serif, just in case it doesn't have Poppins. All right, and then that changes. But what we also want to do is we also want to make the logo a little bigger, so we'll go font size 20 pixels. All right. Okay. Now what we also want to do is want to do something with the background. So let's go, let's say body, and we'll go background color. This is everything that we've done before. We'll do a little bit of a grayish thing. RGBA. It's a little too gray. Do 0.2 RGBA 0.2, and that's a little better. Let's do 0.1. Do 0.1. Okay. Now, I also want to put in another class here, and we'll call it well, I'll just call it left. Right. And we're going to want this header to be inline. So, as I've said, we can do logo. We're going to have all throughout. And by the way, let's make some variables while we're at it. Remember how to make variables? We just did it yesterday. You go main color with double dashes, RGB, and our color scheme will be kind of like a, we'll do kind of like a silver black type thing. So we'll do 30, 30, 30. Secondary color. We'll do 199, 199, 199. See how that looks. We'll also do alert. We'll do RGB. 239, 22, 33, and we'll do success. B. 22, 239, 33. We can always check these out later. Typically, they would have the color would show up here in like a box, but for whatever reason, it's not working out for me. Okay, so with that, we'll say color, and we'll go var main color. Okay. And now we have that black. Let's now put this across. Actually, yeah, let's get this out of here. But we want the main header, so we'll go to pages now. And we'll say this sheet is for the styling of the individual pages. And what I usually do is I comment out index page, which page I'm working on, right? Main header, we want to do display, flex, justify content. Remember flex, what we were talking about before? Space between. And we'll say that the main header will be a width of 100%. So it spreads across. And we'll also say padding of, padding of 5 pixels, margin bottom. Well, we don't need a margin bottom. But what I would like to have is no, that should be good. Just do that. So this should spread across. Actually, hold on. Let me get rid of this. Break it down. We'll do, let's try that, justify content. There you go. Now we have that spread across. We will go margin right pixels. That's just so that it doesn't get scrunched up on the side there. I don't want to play that game? Fine. So when you do percentages on widths and heights and everything, it's based on the screen size. But now if you notice, we still have these dots, we still have these underlines, so let's get rid of those. And the way we do that is we have to select deeper into it, so header, nav, ULLI. Well, actually, no, wait, before we do that, text, no, not text decoration, list, style, none. Get rid of all the dots, and there go the dots, and then LIA, we're going far into that, parent, child, 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 child. So parent, child, grandchild, great-grandchild, great-great-grandchild. Just keep going down the list. And now, we want to go text decoration, none. Okay. And there we have it. But these are still that purplish color. We don't want any of that. So let's go color. We'll say var secondary. Let's see what this looks like. Might want to change this up. Nah, it's kind of light. What we could do though is we can go like this. Remember we talked about text shadows? One pix, one pix. This is one way that you can put something like that. You still can't see it though. Yeah, actually, hold on. We don't want that. We want primary. Now what you could do is see, notice it's like, and we're also going to put this header, and drop it down a bit, like that. Now when we hover over, nothing happens, so let's change that. But you see how the styling sheet, the cascading aspect of the styling sheet, we'll just go text decoration, underline. You notice how the cascade aspects, how they kick in, because we said that this was supposed to be this color, and then when we, in another page, in a later page, said it would be a different color, it changed the colors. That's something you got to keep in mind. So what would be a good idea would be to put classes on these to separate the colors, but we'll just keep it as is for now. Now, if you notice, this is still here, and we want the footer to be on the bottom. There are two ways you can do that. Well, the one way that you can do that is you can go always put a class on things you might want to keep reusing. Like, put a class on a footer if you think you're going to keep using footers. And what we then do is we go main, so you know which one's which. And we'll go height, pixels, padding, 5 pixels. And then we'll go bottom, 0. And we'll say position, no. Say position, remember we talked about positions? Fixed, bottom 0. And now it's there. Get rid of that. There you go. Now it's on the bottom. There's our copyright. But websites are content management systems, and content, and this has no content. Let's put a little something in there. let's put, let's just put like let's put a div, and we'll say main welcome, and we'll go H2, welcome to this site. Come on in and do what you do. Now remember I told you about centering and everything? Let's do that for main welcome. We'll go width. We'll go 500 pixels. Margin. And when we do 0, auto. Alright. So now that's there. And we'll make it a little bigger. Actually, wait, make it a little bit smaller. There you go. But we don't want it like here. We want it kind of lower. So we'll go top, and we'll say 35%. And we'll say margin top. Top, bottom, it's similar to margins, but not really. Margins will always give you something. Like you with top, bottom, left, they're more. Wow, that's way too low. They're more. They're more absolute. So if you're doing absolute positioning or fixed positioning, you can do bottom and stuff. That's okay. Let's do 10%, and then let's do this. Main welcome. Welcome. H2 was it? H2. So margin. We'll say font size. 30 pixels. We'll say margin bottom 5 pixels. Something like that. And then the paragraph. We'll go text to line. Nah, that looks like crap. Nah, maybe it's okay. Now, you can also put like a picture in the background. I didn't want to bother you because my right mouse button doesn't work. But there's our home page. And now, yeah, to kind of spruce it up, you give it like a little picture or something. Now the about is real simple. I don't really think we have to do anything with the about. Now maybe move this all over to the center. And I like to, wrapper is anything that wraps around the main body of everything. I like to name everything on specific pages, what page they're on, so like about wrapper and everything. And we'll just go pages, we'll just do the about us. And we'll go about wrapper. We'll say width. 100 pixels, we'll say margin 0 auto, so margin top, say 20 pixels, and then we'll go about wrapper each one. We'll say text align, center, we'll say font family, and we'll have this sort of like a recurring theme, the Poppins. Okay. Do like that. And we'll also say margin bottom. I sound like crap. Sound better than I did yesterday, that's for sure. Okay. And we'll say about wrapper P bottom. Like that. And I want to put a class on that. About back. So it knows which one we're doing. And secondary color, and then we'll do one of these transitions. Pop. All right, so then when I come back, we'll do the contact and we'll do the login, because if you notice, there are inputs. I'll see you in a sec.